Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Mac Arts Cafe, our February edition. My name is Heather Christine, and I am so pleased to be your host this evening. We have a very special show lined up, and I'm so excited because tonight we are launching our very first Master Artist profile. And tonight we have a legendary artist, Mr. Bill King, in the virtual house. And if you don't know Bill King, I can tell you a little bit about him. He is a seasoned broadcaster, musician, photographer, producer, and award-winning photographer. Wait, I said that already. But he has worked with some of the music industry's biggest stars. He was the former music director for Janis Joplin, for Linda Ronstadt, for the Pointer Sisters. He was a student of Oscar Peterson, and he has done so many incredible things in the Canadian music industry. And you can always listen to him as well on Tuesday nights on Jazz FM, where he hosts Soul Nation Radio with his son, Jesse. In addition to Bill, tonight we are also going to be featuring 8 amazing artists, including some of my all-time favorite local singers. But before we start the show, we would like to bring on our wonderful sponsor. We're so blessed here to have great people from the business community that have really gotten behind us artists, helping us to create this promotional platform where we can share our work during these challenging times of COVID. So I'm happy to tell you a little bit about Neela White. She's our sponsor tonight. She's a portfolio manager at 3Max, a division of Raymond James. So do you know how hard it is caring for aging parents when you have kids of your own? I don't, but I can only imagine. Neela's process helps the sandwich generation navigate through the pressures so they can take care of themselves too and actually enjoy their lives. Neela has more than 23 years of experience helping clients manage their wealth. She is a portfolio manager at 3Max, a division of Raymond James, and we're so pleased to bring her on now. Come on down, Neela. Hi, Neela. How are you today?
Hi, good evening. I'm very happy to be here. This is a great event, and this just proves that technology in a time of COVID is amazing. So thank you for having me, and I'm very happy to sponsor this event. This is something that's very different for me, and it certainly takes me out of my usual routine, which I'm happy about. As Christine so graciously mentioned, I am a financial advisor, but more than that, I'd like to tell you a little bit of a story that'll take about 45 seconds. About 6.5 years ago, in 30 seconds, my life changed forever. My mom had a very mild heart attack and fell and hit her head and became disabled and survived. In that moment, little did I know that I would become her advocate and her caregiver over 5 years. Together, we learned how to navigate the health system, and we also learned what gaps existed. It was a really grueling and stressful experience. But as experiences go, it taught me a lot about preparedness and having important and tough conversations with people around us and people we care about. My practice focuses on tools and strategies that will assist people, individuals like yourselves and like me, to prepare to take care of themselves and their family. We all want our independence and autonomy. By taking a little time to plan for now, you'll be adding the missing piece of the puzzle for your retirement. It just takes a little bit of planning. With that, I'd like you all to enjoy this wonderful evening, and thank you very much for having me on today.
Oh, thank you so much, Neela. It's an honor to have you, and we want to thank you for truly supporting us artists tonight and helping to enhance the cultural fabric here in the city of Mississauga. We hope you enjoy the show. See you, Neela. Thank you. All right. Well, I'm going to do one quick song from my debut record, Love in Color, with my lovely co-host here, Mr. Matt Zaddy. We're going to do a song called The Color of Our Love. Feel free to sing along, guys. Let's get this party started for Bill King. Let's finally say how we really feel. Let's not deny what we know is real. No, don't control it, don't try to withhold it. The color of our love is real. Take me away to the seaside. Tell me the things that you feel inside. For when you know it, then you have to show it. The color of our love is real. Oh, the color of our love, it guides me. When I feel you beside me, around me. Oh, the color of our love, it frees me. When I feel you beside me, around me. We've gone so far to get where we are. We walk through the dark, we followed the stars. Now that you've seen me, our love can grow deeply. The color of our love is real. Oh, the color of our love, it guides me. When I feel you beside me, around me. Oh, the color of our love, it frees me. When I feel you beside me, around me. So don't let this world turn your dreams away. Deep down we both have words to say. When you feel love inside of you, just free it, just be it. Oh, I love it, guides me. When I feel you beside me, around me. Oh, the color of our love, it frees me. When I feel you beside me, around me. La 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 la, la 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 la. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Aw, thank you so much, everybody. This poor man, he's been playing with me night and day since COVID happened, and we've been teaching music lessons and doing digital concerts. It's just wild. The poor guy can't get a break. Anyway, thank you so much, Matt Zaddy. And now is the exciting time when we are going to bring on Mr. Bill King, who is our very first master artist feature. And I feel that it's so important in life to learn from those that have gone before us, learn from their life experience and their wisdom. And I first heard about Bill King when I was only 19 years of age. I remember reading in the Toronto Star a review of Sophie Millman, a great jazz artist that he had produced. And it was a review by a Richard Ozonian. And it was talking about her recent performance at the Beaches Toronto Jazz Festival. So I took note of reading about Bill in that article. And as the years have passed, I'd heard him on different radio shows or heard his music. And then when I was a few years ago, in 2019, I launched my debut record, Love and Color. And Bill was one of the very first broadcasters in Canada that played a few tracks of mine on Soul Nation Radio, which is his show every Tuesday night on Jazz FM. So without further ado, let's bring out the amazing Bill King.
Nice to see you, Heather. Thanks for the invitation.
Oh, we're so pleased to have you here, Bill. And I mentioned before you were a student of the legendary Oscar Peterson as well, an important Mississauga connection for Bill King.
Big time. When I was 17 years old, I came to Canada in 1963 for 6 weeks during the summer.
That's amazing.
Yeah, studied with him and Phil Nimmons. And those who were the instructors at the time, Ed Thick, Ben, and Ray Brown, all part of a school that they had on Park Road down by where the bay is.
Just amazing.
Oh, it was.
And Bill, your bio is just, I could just read your bio for 2 hours. It's so long and incredible. And you work with so many legends like Janis Joplin and Linda Ronstadt and Stan Rogers. Please tell us. Yes, Stan.
Stan Rogers was a posthumous album that he had started recording, and they wanted to finish it up. So me and Colin Linden and a few other players were brought in the studio to fill out the tracks. I think he just played guitar, and it was going to be his next album before I think when he died in a plane crash or whatever, and so I think it was the family that wanted to finish off the album for him. So they brought us. I think it was Grant Avenue in Hamilton, and we went and finished off the album.
Amazing.
So,
And Bill,
so yeah.
you've worked with so many people. Please tell us, who is one of your favorite acts that you've ever worked with?
Wow. You know, there's, I think being at the MGM Grand and being in Lake Tahoe with the Pointer Sisters and working with Carol Burnett show, um, being on the main stage, and then uh, I'm working with Peter Matz, who was Barbara Streisand's conductor and arranger for the early years. Then he was 13 years with Carol Burnett show. I spent a month hanging out with him and learning so much just in talking. And then we would play duets, piano and Rhodes, and it was like a 70-piece orchestra behind the whole show. So I'd see him every day, like I say, spend time at the pool, talk to him, and I just ask him things. And when I walked away from him was how to treat musicians. His thing was is how you handle players that may not be up for a situation, or just how you deal with musicians. I walked away there learning so much, and I pretty much abided by his ethics and the way he ran himself.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
fascinating, Bill. And I could talk to you for so long, but we'd love to hear a song from you.
Okay.
What are you going to
This,
perform?
I'm going to do a song for you, and it's called "It Can Happen to You." And during the times of COVID, of course.
Excellent. Well, take it away, Mr. King.
Uh,
Come on. Come on. That was amazing, Bill. Thank you. That was absolutely beautiful. And we were so happy to hear you play for us tonight. And I'm so happy to ask you some questions that have been
Okay.
sent to me from our younger artists. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, just fine.
Oh, perfect. My husband's frying some greens over there in the kitchen. Anyway, we've got a question for you here that's coming from Mississauga trombonist Mitchell Smith.
Okay.
And Mitch asks, Bill, I'm an aspiring musician who dabbles in writing original compositions, but lately I have struggled with writer's block due to the pandemic. What would be your best recommendation on how to get past that?
Mitchell, you keep writing, and what you do is don't push yourself too hard, but make a habit of writing every day. You know, no matter what I try to do it every day. And if I don't run into that kind of block, but what I do too is step away at times too. I try to find other things in life. Like I love journalism, I love radio, I love basketball, I love biking. I mix it up. If it sometime I feel too frustrated, nothing's coming from this, I just step away for a day or maybe 2 days or whatever it is. But as far as composition, sometimes it's just change the key. You know, you may be writing, you think you're in a certain key and you have a melody in mind and you don't know where to go with it. Maybe go up a step or a half step or go to another key and try it, right? It's like an artist, you know, turning the painting upside down and something else comes, right? So
Yes.
it's just those things. But the one thing is there is a certain time when you get exhausted from doing stuff. But as far as block, there's really, you know, I know there's people that have it and it goes on a long period of time, but I find the best way to do it is just sit down and do it, because all the great writers and as such and composers, they get up and they just start. And you have to work past that point. So just get up and start and get going. But
Hmm.
geez, try something different.
Amazing. And I've watched you, Bill, since the pandemic has happened.
Yeah,
And I've seen you've been hosting different radio shows.
yeah,
You've been releasing new books, talk. You've got your Coming Through the 60s, your recent publication.
yeah.
So you're definitely a very, very busy man. Do you get distracted by social media? Because I see you're very active as well on social media.
You know, I'm in and out. You know, I like to I like to look at my page as a conversation page. Things that I think are interesting, I'll put up there, and I'm not there all the time. I come in and out, I look and check it, but it kind of keep you. It is we don't we're so separated as a community, because you're with your man there at home. I'm with Christine at home, and we see people on the street and stuff, but there's a way on Facebook and as such that we stay connected. So it kind of helps me to go back where there's a conversation going on. And it could be a political thing, it could be a music thing, it could be a photo or something of interest, but there's this dialogue going on. So it makes life a little better.
And you
And
know,
it,
Bill, that's why I
yeah,
wanted you to come on the show today, because
yeah,
I learned so much just from watching your social media feed, reading the articles that you're publishing,
yeah,
things you say on Soul Nation Radio, and I thank you for that, because it's great to see you. I remember when COVID first broke out, you wrote an article talking
yeah.
about different creators in the creative industry and how they were coping, and you profiled people like the great vocal coach Elaine Overholt and how people are coping. And I feel like I've gained a lot of strength just reading how different mentors are dealing with this.
Well, my article coming Thursday on FYI Music News is called 88 Keys and Why We Still Love You. And I talked to Lila Biala, Luke Tormonti, Elaine, Aaron Davis, Diane Roblin, Lance Anderson, Evelyn Dotto. I talked to a series of piano players to find out if they're still in love with the piano, and what are they doing to keep up that romance going on. Are they disenfranchised from it? Have they stepped away? And you're going to be fascinated to catch up on people, because you know this the piano is a beast in its own way, and it sits by itself and says nothing until you touch it. So there's no conversation, no noise. You know, it doesn't operate on its own. So you have to participate with it, right?
I
But
agree. Even my own piano, I used to put papers on it, and now it's like I don't do that. It's bad shui because if I put bills on it, I'm not going to practice. But I let the piano be totally clear, and I've been like getting down on my piano practice during COVID, and that's been helping me.
I jump around because I'm just finishing the second book called Talk Conversations in All Keys, but it's with the music business industry, and it's already 580 pages, and it's almost to the point where it just goes to proof and it'd be out by late spring. But these are conversations with the whole industry, from photographers, the radio, uh, every person who has been part of this industry and built it. And I've been able to step away. Say, like this morning, I was got up and I started working on Marty Forbes, one of the great radio guys that built radio in Canada, and I get into their life. You know what I mean? And or I'll be working on somebody else. I did Gloria Martins the other day, who used to be at 680 News and that Entertainment. I got into her life because I'd interviewed her, and I go back and I see what makes everybody into this and how much they love this, right? And so I get to share in their lives and feel their passion for it. And I see a common thread that most people that are in the music industry, whether you're in business or on the other side, are all in love with it.
Say that again.
I said most people who are in the music business, whether you're playing records or on the radio, or if you're a musician, you all have a mutual love affair with the music. And
Oh,
maybe
absolutely.
this, but you all share the same love.
I was so delighted to read in your book talk about our very own wonderful Patty Janetta and Patty Janetta Baker and your interesting history with Patty, who's another artist that I totally look up to. And she's a master that I just love to learn from.
I know Patty Jeanette, and we were in Jesus Christ Superstar together.
I love it.
Yeah, we were. This is, I guess, 1971 or so, 71 or 72, and we just had a great time. And it was all young people, right? So it was just it was Victor Garber, the actor, who's went on to become a tremendous star. He was the lead singer, and just some wonderful people. So we had a great time. We've always had a great time throughout our life. We've always meet each other, and I think the fact that she took Mississauga to heart and hustles for the arts and has done so much, it's just something to be very proud of.
Yes, she's a force. She's amazing.
Yeah.
But Bill, we want to hear another song from you.
All right.
So what are you going to play for us, Bill?
Well, I was thinking about this. I was reading about. I was listening to the bass player Scotty LaFaro the other day, and Scotty LaFaro is one of the greatest bass players ever. He's the bass player with the Bill Evans Trio. And
Okay.
okay, from that time. And then I heard one of the first albums he did with Vince Guaraldi, and I played it for Jesse, and we just blew our minds because of just his playing and everything. And then he died in a car crash in 1963 or four, something like that, at the age of 25. One of the greatest players of the time. And Bill Evans played this tune over and over and over and over. And then I heard Keith Jarrett do it on the Melody at Night album, and I've always loved it. So it's I Love You, Porgy.
Amazing. Well, let's hear it, Bill.
Okay.
Bravo. Gorgeous.
It's a great song, isn't it?
Oh, it's a classic, classic composition. Bill, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
And thank you for so much for inviting me. And to all your guests tonight, just have a wonderful time, okay?
We have one more question for you, Bill, before I let you off the hook, if that's okay.
All right, please do.
I would like to know, what is your best advice to emerging musicians, especially during COVID?
Keep your spirits up. Just, make yourself happy. We're going to get through this. And the best thing you can do is socially distance, wear your mask, stay in contact with your friends. It doesn't matter. You go online, you stay in contact with your friends. Be safe when it comes to time to get the vaccination, get vaccinated. And in a few weeks, a month and a half or so, you're going to be able to get outside. The sun's going to be there. The temperature going to change, and summer would change everything. And you know what it is? It's just being really safe this time, and dive into the things that you really love, and just do it. Just enjoy it. I get up. I start every day at 7:30. Been doing it for years. I get up with a smile on my face, and I say, "This day is a gift to me, and it was given to me, and I'm going to paint it just like a painter, the way I want to paint it, and enjoy it."
Beautiful. Amazing. And for all the artists out there, I do encourage you to check out Bill's book, Talk. This book, I cannot believe how inspiring it is. And Bill wrote it about all of his famous or favorite conversations with some amazing people in the industry. Carol Wellsman, Jesse Cook. Come on, Bill, help me out. Andy Kim.
Jeff Healy, Buffy St. Marie, Mark Jordan.
Elaine Overholt.
Yeah, Lou Pamonte, Phil Nimmons, Oscar Peterson, David Clayton Thomas. I could go. Well, there's 72 in that book.
It's amazing, incredible. And even Jackie Wilson, you even saw Jackie Wilson when you were at the Brill Building in New York City. I mean, come on.
That's where Carole King was. That's where all the writers were, and just be in the elevator, going up there to learn this song, and running into Jackie Wilson in the elevator. That was amazing. So
in the yellow suit.
And the yellow, you remember, didn't you?
Bill, I remember. Well, listen,
That's
it has
good.
been such a pleasure talking to you, Bill.
Thank
It is
you.
my wish that we can bring you back for a master class. Let's put it out there. Master class with Bill King at the Living Arts Center, something fabulous. Let's do it.
All right. Have a great time. Okay. Have a lovely
Thank you
night.
so much.
All right,
Thank
bye.
you, Bill.
Bye-bye then.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing. Bill King is pretty awesome. Okay, I might have gotten a little fangirl, but between you and I, that was an amazing performance, and we were so blessed to have him on the show. So artists, I do encourage you to check out this book. You are going to be so inspired, and the spirit of creativity is always with us. I gained so much insight and inspiration and wisdom from those that have gone before. So check out this book. You're going to love it. And we're so happy to kick off our show tonight. And I'm so pleased to tell you we are going to be welcoming back a very, very talented up and coming songstress. We have Miss Danny Christina, who will be kicking off the show tonight. And Danny is a singer songwriter who has composed over 600 songs. She released her debut EP last October called Aura, and she is set to release new music in 2021. She has performed internationally, often gigging in the United States and even Europe. And she has plans to perform some new music that will be coming very soon. She just blew us away with her first performance at the Mac Arts Cafe back in July. And we're so pleased to welcome her today. Let's give it up for Danny Christina.
Hey, hope you guys are all doing really well at home. Today it's just me, no band today, so I thought I'd switch things up a little bit. Thanks so much for having me, Heather, and thanks to Mac for hosting this. This is always like my favorite thing to tune into, especially during COVID.
Oh, our pleasure. We thank you so much for joining us, and you have been doing so many great creative things during COVID. I've been watching you, and I'm so impressed.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Well, take it away, Danny.
Thanks. So this first song that I'm going to be playing is actually one of my originals. It's called Darkness. This one will be coming out hopefully very soon. So I'm going to start with this one, and then I'm going to ease into a cover that I really like, that I've been feeling lately. So here we go. Whose life have I been living? When did mine end? 'Cause the fire ain't warm, but my bed ain't made. You think my heart is yours, but he took it away. Like the sun when the moon has to wake, life goes on while the shadows change. And while passing through darkness, I thought it was harmless. The night stole our stars away, and past whispers and silence, our paths become timeless. The night he stole our stars away. I thought that I was better, but then my guard came down. 'Cause I'm not like you, my mind is changing, and my heart is lost, it's not worth saving. Like the sun when the moon has to wake, life goes on while the shadows change. And while passing through darkness, I thought it was harmless. The night stole our stars away, and past whispers and silence, our paths become timeless. The night he stole our stars away. None of it's worth saving anymore. None of it's worth. whose life have I been living? Awesome. So that was one of my originals called Darkness. I actually wrote it with a good friend of mine, and I really like that song. Anyways, up into something a little bit more, deep and passionate. I'm going to be performing Feeling Good, made famous by Nina Simone, Michael Bublé, that song. I'm just going to take a drink of water before I start. Okay, so this is Feeling Good. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on a tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life, and I'm feeling good. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of wine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, oh, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Yes, I'm feeling good. Oh, I'm feeling so good. And I'm feeling good. 'Cause it's a new day. Thank you. That was a spontaneous addition for sure. I actually was just listening to the song today and I'm like, I'm going to do it tonight.
Amazing. Donnie, you're so great. Thank you so much for performing for us. And I love seeing you play piano.
Yeah, I'm a little bit rusty, but I did play for like 15 years. I'm just getting back into it. COVID, thankfully.
Oh man, and you're doing so well. I was so happy to see you receive the Mississauga Music Award back in 2020 for Best Emerging Artist.
Thank you. Yeah, that was awesome. That was such a good feeling.
Oh, you're doing such great music. And my husband and I, we listened to your debut record. I remember we were driving in the car and it sounded so good. We had it turned up loud and we were just blown away by what you have released.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Lots of new stuff on the way. So I'm excited.
Great. And Danny, where can people follow you and find out more about your career and what you're doing?
For sure. People can find me on Instagram. It's at and then ITS and then Danny Christina. Yes, Instagram and Twitter. Perfect. And then on YouTube as well as TikTok, I'm on there as well. And then there's also always my website, which is dannychristina.com. There's a lot of new stuff coming out, so keep an eye out. There's going to be cool stuff coming for sure.
Amazing. Well, Donnie, thank you so much for joining us and for sharing your beautiful talent with us tonight. We've really enjoyed hearing you play.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, and thanks again for hosting this. I can't wait to hear everyone else.
Aw, thanks so much, Danny.
See you.
See you later. Oh, that was awesome. I just love hearing her do her thing. And she has such a soulful voice. And you can tell that she has so much talent and she's going to go far for sure. And it is my pleasure to introduce our next act. And I'll never forget the first time I heard Faith Amora sing. I took myself on a date alone to see her sing downtown at the Jazz Bistro. It was about 2 or 3 years ago. It was a cold winter's night, and I went all alone and I ordered a delicious salmon dinner. And I sat on the second floor of the beautiful Jazz Bistro watching Faith Amora play with a full band. And it was such an incredible performance. She sang so many classic songs with such elegance and poise. And it almost felt like I was in the 1950s watching a young Ella Fitzgerald sing. It was just such a special experience. And I'm so happy to tell you that Faith will be singing for us tonight. So let's bring Faith onto the virtual stage.
Hello.
Hello, Faith. How are you?
I'm amazing. How are you?
I'm great, but
Wasn't Donnie great? That was
Oh my-
incredible.
She was so great. And
Yeah.
I got so excited about telling people about how I first heard you sing that I didn't tell them your formal bio and how you're an amazing singer, songwriter, jazz singer, choral composer based east of Toronto, and you're of Guyanese heritage, and you've been active in Toronto's jazz scene. There you have it.
Yes. Everything she said. Thank you so much, Heather.
My pleasure. And Faith, what are you going to be singing for us tonight?
So this is my stand-up routine. So it'll take a moment. So the first song that I wanted to sing for you, actually I'll start now. I love you, Porgy, don't let him take me. And then Bill King played that on the piano. So I said, we don't need to hear it 2 times in 20 minutes. No. Okay. So let's do another Nina Simone because her birthday was yesterday. And I did my last show actually before the shutdown was a Nina Simone tribute show downtown Toronto. So I said, okay, I know other songs. Okay. Birds flying high. And that was beautiful, Danny. Yeah, too bad. Okay. So let's do something no one else would sing, which would be my original music. So it's kind of good when you write a song yourself because no one else can sing it.
You go, girl.
Yeah. So I'm going to sing 2 songs from my debut album. The first one will be Où es-tu, which translates, all of you who did French in school, Où es-tu, where are you? It's about the search for the one. And then the second song is about a trip that I took to Nairobi, Kenya, and just the connection that I had with the experience and with the people that I met there.
Amazing. Can't wait to hear you.
Thank you. J'ai cherché longtemps pour toi. Je n'ai personne ici. En amour, nous étions en amour. Dis-moi qu'est-ce qui est arrivé? Un jour, tu étais là, la prochaine disparue. Pourquoi est-ce que tu es parti? Où es-tu? Où es-tu? Où es-tu? Où es-tu? Chaque jour, chaque nuit, je rêve de toi. Tu es dans mes pensées tout le temps. Il n'y a rien qui peut prendre ta place, rien peut prendre ta place. Ni mon héros, ni la télévision, ni le cinéma, ni les fleurs, ni la crème glacée, ni le chocolat. Mes amis, ma famille, mes amis, ma famille, mes amis, ma famille. Où es-tu? That was Où es-tu? The search for the one. Listen to the sound of wind across the desert sand. There's a place I found. I'll show you where. Just take my hand. Sun rising high on the African plain. Oh, you call me home, you call my name. Oh, Buru Buru, where hearts are open. Oh, Buru, you have called my name. Red earth fills the creases of my skin. Soul stirring, eyes burning, ready to begin. Oh, Buru Buru, where hearts are open. Oh, Buru Buru, you have made me wait. kipande cha moyo wangu katika milele ya Afrika. A piece of my heart is forever in Nairobi, Kenya, Africa. I will return to tell you where I've been, to see who you've become. I will return to tell you where I've been, to see who you've become. I will return. I will return. Keep your light in my heart. The creases of my skin, soul stirring, eyes burning, but ready to begin. Oh, where hearts are open. Oh, I will never be the same. I will return. C'est tout. Merci beaucoup.
Yes, c'est magnifica. Thank you so much, Faith.
Thank you so much.
I love your artistry.
I appreciate that. This is when I was a songwriter. I took a moment while I came back to Toronto to be a classic jazz artist. So that's the album I just released. But the new music will be back in this vein. So check it out.
Ooh, amazing. And if you haven't heard Faith's new album, I definitely recommend that you check it out. It's a great live recording. I bought it. I love it. And you got to check out Faith live. I've seen Faith sing many times to packed houses at 120 Diner and all kinds of things. And you're just one of my all-time favorite jazz singers. Thank you so much, Faith.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for having me, Heather. Have a great evening, everybody.
Pleasure. Oh, I love what she does. She's just such a captivating performer. And when you see Faith live, like that's the thing, us artists are doing the very best that we can in the digital sphere. But when you see artists live in the flesh on stage with the live band, the energy is just something else. And Faith is one of those artists that just knocks it right out of the park. Well, we're so pleased to welcome our next guest, and we have a returning artist. We have Joe Shamus, who will be performing for us tonight. And Joseph is a singer-songwriter with a focus on acoustic pop. He has been writing songs and playing music for about 15 years and just put out a new EP last month on all major streaming platforms. And Joseph will be performing 2 of his original songs, likely 1 song from each of his 2 EPs. So let's welcome Joe to the virtual stage. Hello, Joe. How are you, Joe? We're not getting any audio. I think you're muted
Sorry
there.
about that. Yeah, how about now?
Awesome. Yes, I can hear
Cool.
you. How are you, Joe?
Great. I'm good. Good. It's good to be back. It's been a while since I've tuned in and seen you guys, and everyone's sounding so good. This is awesome.
Oh, awesome. And I like your virtual stage. It's looking nice there with the lights.
Thank you.
and
Yeah,
the-
I sort of remodeled the room and trying to take advantage of the space and make it a little, hopefully do a lot more of these and have a nice little spot to do this kind of thing.
Awesome. What will you be performing for us tonight, Joe?
So I realized the information I sent is a little outdated. I'm going to play a song from my new EP that just came out last month. But I was so out of practice that I was sort of scrambling to figure out what else to play. And there is another song that was supposed to be on an album I put out in 2012, but never really made the cut. But it's something that I play every now and then. So I'll start with that one. And it's called Yourself. And then I'll play a song after that from my new EP, which is called Little Big Things. And that'll be that's out on all streaming platforms already. So
Awesome. Well, take it away, Joe. Have a good one.
thank you. Yeah. So this is Yourself. I haven't played it in a while, so here we go. You're a mix and elixir of personalities, never worshiping a false reality. Your dreams are never broken, a bit hot-tempered, but always soft-spoken, provoking emotions of care and love, making sure the push never turns to shove. Go ahead, girl, try me on for size, I bet I'll fit you like a glove. Not giving up on you, don't you know you got me under your spell? Dear, have no fear, 'cause I am here to save you from yourself. You're just a pleasant soul in need of guidance, and that's why I'm urging you to try this. You and I can float on by, pretending to be righteous. I know you like this, but you won't admit it. I say you're proud and you keep it hidden, but that's okay. I'm still no stranger to the love that you've been given. Not giving up on you, and don't you know you got me under your spell? But dear, have no fear, I am here to save you from yourself. Done a little growing, showing living in the moment, throwing arms around each other, but we're too far gone to notice that we moved a little fast and finally got the right to pass. And you can't argue with the facts, baby, you finally met your match. Not giving up on you, and don't you know you got me under your spell? Dear, have no fear, I am here to save you from yourself. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, so that one's called Yourself. Again, I haven't played that in a very long time. That it was something that I recorded for something I put out in 2012, and then we ended up cutting it sort of at the last minute. But it's still sort of a fun one to play, and that's the one that I kind of had embedded deep in my brain enough to pull out and still be able to play for tonight. This one is from an EP I put out just last month called Little Big Things. There's 3 songs on it. This is one of them. It's called Wasting Time. Okay, I'm having some trouble. I'm going to try that again. Oh no. Sorry, guys. Wish my knowledge was limitless, but I don't think that can be sustained. answered every call, but my brain gets in a fog just like the air after it rains. I don't know what I'm good at anymore. There is one thing at which I'm so blind. It ain't much, but it's all that I can muster. Baby, I know that I'm good at wasting time. Calling out for help, but hoping that my call is heard by someone in the know. I put myself through hell, just waiting for a chance to claim I've got somewhere to go. I don't know what I'm good at anymore. There is one thing at which I'm so blind. It ain't much, but it's all that I can muster. Baby, I know that I'm good at wasting time. There's nothing you can do. Ooh, 'cause you do not tell time. Time tells you. Yes, time tells you. I don't know what I'm good at anymore. There is one thing at which I'm so blind. It ain't much, but it's all that I can muster up. Baby, I know that I'm good at wasting. I know that I'm good at wasting. I know that I'm good at wasting time. Yeah.
Lovely, Joe.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. I
Yeah,
love
thanks.
hearing you perform. You sounded just great.
Thank you. Yeah. I love doing this. It's been a while, and I find it's just really helpful to have some sort of outlet for performance. Really, any sort of outlet for performance.
Oh my gosh, definitely. And I know you probably can feel that it's not the same as performing live when you're
No,
digital,
certainly not.
but you still get a buzz and you
You
still get
do.
that
The nerves are
excitement.
definitely still there,
Yes.
as you could sort of tell in that last song.
All of us.
Yeah.
Joe, for people that are watching that want to follow you, do you have Instagram or different social media
Yeah,
platforms?
yeah, absolutely. You can find me on Instagram at Joe Chamis Music. So it's just my name, JoeChammas Music. And that's my Facebook, that's my Instagram. My Twitter is just at Joe Chamis. And if you search Joe Chamis on Spotify, iTunes, any of those, I got a bunch of stuff on there, a couple EPs and a full album from 2012. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Joe. And we wish you continued inspiration and creativity. And we hope that we will see you again soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank
See you
you. Thanks for
later,
having me.
Joe. Our pleasure. Oh, that was great. And ladies and gentlemen, our next act, I have a history with. I used to go to Cawthor Park Secondary School, where I had an amazing time studying music and voice. with this next performer, Donovan Locke. And Donovan was one of our wonderful star performers. He also plays the tuba, and he will be singing for us next. But Donovan is now, he grew up and became a wonderful educator, and he's currently teaching with the Peel Board of Education as an elementary school teacher. And he loves big band, swing, and he plays as often as he can with a gypsy jazz ensemble called Viper's Cloud. Donovan also plays the tuba, and he's not so bad with the ukulele. And Donovan has been a featured singer for many years with the celebrated musical ensemble, the Toronto All-Star Big Band. And I was so grateful to have him sing on my Christmas EP called Love at Christmas Time. And Donovan also recently was featured doing his own jazz concert for the TD Markham Jazz Festival. So he was online doing a big virtual concert. And Donovan is from Mississauga, and we're so pleased to welcome him. So let's bring Donovan on stage. Hello, Donovan.
Oh, okay. So that's how it works.
That's how it works. How are you, Donovan?
But I'm okay. It's a little laggy, but that's fine. Your voice is coming through perfect.
Oh, we're so happy to see you, Donovan, and thank you for performing for us tonight.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I hope the people like some standards. That's what I know. This is what I like. I love standards.
Aw, well, we can't wait to hear you sing it, Donovan. Take it away. Have a great one, and thanks for performing.
Thanks, Heather. So I guess I'll start with the short one first. This is a little Sweet Sue. This is a Victor Young tune. Every star above knows the one I love. Just you, Sweet Sue. And the moon on high knows the reasons why. Just you, Sweet Sue. No one else, it seems, has shared my dreams. Without you, dear, I don't know what I'd do. In this heart of mine, you live all the time. Just you, Sweet Sue. Just you, Sweet Sue. All right, Sweet Sue, great tune. If you've never heard that tune before, Chet Baker does a real great version of that tune. I wanted to do a blues for everybody because I'm all right at the ukulele. You know, blues is easy to play. You know, 3 chords. Let's do. I'm going to try this Horace Silver tune called "Doodlin'." Using the phone booth, making a few calls, doodling weird things, using the booth walls. Talking to my date, waiting for my chick, putting her face on so she can look slick. I enjoy procrastinating 'cause I'm busy while I'm waiting, doodling away, doodling away. Sitting and dining, dinner beginning, started designing, using the linen. Talking to my date, doodling my bit, waiter got salty, told me to please quit. Told the waiter, don't be dizzy, can't you see I'm very busy, doodling away, doodling away. Do you doodle all day? Sent the waiter on his way. Do you doodle all night? told the waiter he was right in your doodling way. That's the way I'm gonna stay. Are you painting things right? Doodling sheds a modern light. I don't know what to do. Ain't nothing you can do. Well, I'll doodly you. Doodling's all I want to do. That's for true. Why does every single thing I see look exactly like a doodle to me? If I ever had a doubt what life was all about, I'd get my pencil out and commence to doodling, and I find it real relaxing, especially when I feel that life is really taxing. 'Cause weird designs, they only show what's going on in weirder minds. 'Cause when you doodle, then your noodles flying fine. Every little thing that you write just conceivably might be a thought that you captured while copping a wink. Doodling takes you beyond what you see. When you draw what you think, I feel so lost without my doodling. It really helps me ease my mind. I'd be tempest tossed without my doodling. When I'm doodling, there's one thing I find. Truly, I really, truly wanna figure out what my doodling's all about. Later, the waiter had me arrested, took me to Bellevue where I was tested. Had me a doctor probing my noodle, before it was half done, taught him to doodle, showed him hidden thoughts that linger, find an outlet through your finger, doodling away, doodling away. Doctor was real nice, told me to be cool, looked at the waiter, called him a real fool. Looked at my baby, told me he dug her, got me to doodling so he could bug her. When he put his arms around her, quite to his surprise, he found her doodling away, doodling away. We just doodle all day.
Yay, Donovan! You were having fun.
How'd it sound? How'd it sound? Did it come through okay?
Oh my gosh, it was amazing, Donovan. We heard the Donovan charm and we all loved your performance. You've got such a great spirit, and it's so awesome to hear you do your thing. Oh, are you there?
No, Kendra, I'm glad you let me do it. This is nice. I mean, I hope I made some people like some jazz, some standards, if anything.
Oh, absolutely. You should have seen all the emoji hearts going, Donovan. Donovan, do you have any socials that you want people to follow on? I know that you have an Instagram account.
Yeah, I got an Instagram account. It's actually Use a Viper. It's actually spelled out how it sounds. So like use YOUS a Viper.
And Donovan, I want you to tell the audience how you're featured on Ori Deacon's upcoming jazz album.
Oh yeah, me, good friend Ori Dagan. He actually asked me to be a part of his project that he's coming out with a new album he's releasing. And so he wrote the tune, and we recorded it at Canterbury. Really nice place to do recording. Really, real professional guys there. The little itty bitty things that they can do with recording. And it was just such a nice space, and all the social distancing precautions that they took. It was really wonderful place to record. But at the end of it, I really feel we got something really good. Like, I've heard it. I can't play it for anyone yet, but I've heard it, and I like what we came out with. It sounds really nice. He's got a promotional video out right now on Facebook. So Ori Dagan, at Ori Dagan, just look it up and you'll find some information about his album, his upcoming album. But he's a really one of the hardest working guys I know in the city.
Absolutely. If you don't know Ori Dagan, or Dagan, I think his name is pronounced, he's a very charismatic band leader, vocalist, local personality, promoter. He does all kinds of things in the arts community, in the jazz world, especially. Wonderful cultural advocate. So please check out his new album featuring Mississauga's Donovan Locke. Yay! All right, Donovan. Well, we'll see you soon. Thank you so much for performing.
Thank you, Heather.
Oh, that was wonderful. And you got to see Donovan live as well. He performs so beautifully with the Toronto All-Star Big Band and his suit singing the classic songs. And Donovan has a very, very special, charismatic spirit, that personality that comes through in all of his performances. So we're so pleased to welcome him here today. And I would like to let everybody know the big news from the Mississauga Arts Council that nominations for the 2021 Marty Awards are currently open. So we want to let you know that the Marty Awards are returning virtually for 2021 on May the 20th this year. And we encourage you to nominate a deserving artist today. Nominations are due April the 6th. So we invite you to review the Mississauga Arts Council guidelines and learn a bit more on their website. We'll have all of those links for you. Hopefully, Sherry can post that for you in the chat. The Arts Awards is an amazing thing for the community. There are so many talented people, emerging, established artists that deserve that recognition. It's a very, very exciting event. So we encourage you to please nominate each other and help spread the word. It's going to be a big, big night. Well, we only have 3 artists left this evening, and we are so pleased to introduce a brand new artist to the Mac Arts Cafe. We have Gabriela Velasquez, who will be performing for us next. And Gabriela is a singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist from Mississauga with a sound that combines pop, soul, and R&B. I love the sound of that. With the experience of performing live for over 10 years, she is no stranger to the stage. Gabriela has participated in multiple talent shows, benefit concerts, and open mic events around the GTA. Gabriela will be performing 2 original songs entitled Anyone Better and Intimacy. Let's bring her on to the virtual stage. Hello, Gabriela.
How are you?
We're great. Welcome. We're so pleased to welcome you tonight.
Thank you so much for having me.
And what are you going to be performing for us now?
First, I'm going to be starting with the song Intimacy, and then I'll be singing Anyone Better, 2 songs that I've written.
Oh, well, thank you so much for performing for us. We can't wait to hear you, Gabriela. Have a good one.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Under faded dim lights, among strangers in an overflowing room, my focus wandered restlessly and found itself completely drawn to you. Suddenly, you got my attention. Yeah, that tunnel vision type of you. Never had even imagined the sort of connection till the night that I met you. 'Cause even in a crowded room, you're all I see. You make just a look in the eyes a moment of intimacy. I wonder if you know that you have this effect on me. There's no need to search anymore. With you I found everything that I need. Ooh, 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 oh yeah. 'Cause even in a crowded room, you're all I see. You make just no need to search anymore. With you, I found everything that I need. And the next song I'll be performing is called Anyone Better. It's been hours by now, but time seems to fly when I'm with you. Can't deny that I feel there's something we're getting ourselves into. I've been playing with fire, walking into something we couldn't undo. But it's more than a desire, 'cause I think I could fall in love with you. I know we said that we're above it, I shouldn't be thinking of it. I don't even know when I lost control, but it's all on you. Baby, it's all on you. 'Cause I could stay with you forever. It feels like darling with you, I'd go wherever. But maybe I should forget the thought. Or maybe I should just move on. But it's hard to imagine anyone better. It's been hours by now, so we don't run out of things to say. That kind of peace I feel with you, it's something that doesn't seem to change. Oh, yeah. Can time stop just for a bit? 'Cause I just want this moment to stay. This situation's complicated, but I feel myself falling anyway. 'Cause I could stay with you forever. It feels like darling with you, I'd go wherever. And maybe I should forget the thought. Or maybe I should just move on. But it's hard to imagine anyone better. Have you ever thought about it? Has it ever crossed your mind? 'Cause if you're searching for an answer, then darling, this is the sign. 'Cause I could stay with you forever. It feels like darling with you, I'd go wherever. I don't wanna forget the thought, and I don't wanna move on, no. 'Cause it's hard to imagine anyone better, better.
Yay, Gabriella! That was beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Did you have fun?
Yes.
It's so different, performing digitally. But we were so happy to hear you. And you mentioned before that you wrote those original songs yourself.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit, what inspired you to write those tunes? Like, were they written during COVID or beforehand?
Well, the second one I sang called Anyone Better, I wrote that over COVID. And the first one I did was when I had written a couple years ago and actually came back to it actually over COVID and kind of did some rewrites and stuff. So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome to hear your voice. And do you typically perform playing piano, or is that something that you've developed more so during COVID?
Yeah, usually, yeah. I've had a lot of time to be practicing a little more. But usually I'm playing piano, sometimes guitar, but yeah, mostly piano I like to stick to.
Amazing. Well, we are so pleased to hear you. And I would love you to tell any of the audience members tonight if you have different social media as well that people can follow you.
Yeah, definitely. You can find me on Instagram, Gabriella Jeanette. And I'll actually I'm hoping to release these songs that I sang tonight. So you can follow me there and then see what's up.
Oh, that's awesome. Your voice is so beautiful. And several
Thank
people were commenting on just the quality of your voice. It's so beautiful. You have a little bit of a sound almost like Sabrina Claudio to me, who I love Sabrina.
Wow, thank you.
Oh, well, we hope that we hear more of you. And Gabriella, you are welcome to tell your friends and family that the nominations are open for the Marty Awards, and you would be a wonderful nominee. So
Thank you.
feel free to spread the word. But thank you for joining us, Gabriella.
Sure, thank you for having me. Thank you.
Our pleasure. Oh, that was awesome to hear a new talent. We have so many talented people in the city of Mississauga, and it's so exciting when you hear someone brand new that you've never ever heard of before. So we're so pleased that Gabriella could join us today. And I have one more announcement from the Mississauga Arts Council. They are currently hosting their TD Culture Lab webinars, excuse me. So these events are taking place on various dates and times over February and March, and they're happening on Zoom during COVID. So sponsored by TD Bank Group and presented by the Mississauga Arts Council, the TD Culture Lab is a series of free professional development webinars designed specifically for the creative sector in Mississauga. The 90-minute webinars will be hosted on Zoom throughout February and March, and upcoming topics include brand development and marketing, so important for artists, as well as finances for artists and music promotion. And I know that also Matt Zaddy, my husband, and Mark Kelso are going to be hosting an event as well on home recording, and they are going to be definitely telling the secrets to making that happen. And it's so important for us artists, especially during COVID, that we are learning and adapting to the new tech that is coming at us, so that we can continue to perform and share our art in ways that are, new, and different mediums constantly are coming to us. So it's important that we learn those skills. So if you want to learn more about the Mississauga Arts Council Culture Lab webinars, I invite you to visit the Mississauga Arts Council's website. All right, folks, we have an amazing singer who is going to be performing for us next. She recently released her new single called Reminiscing. She's a powerhouse artist, and I'd love to hear her perform. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Denise Leslie. So Denise has been singing jazz for 17 years now. She just released a video for her new track, Reminiscing, on YouTube and all of her social media. You Make Me Feel So Young is a song that she will be performing tonight with her son, Joe Leslie. And she will be performing the same tune that she performed for Hazel McCallion's 100th birthday celebration that was produced by the Mississauga Arts Council for Valentine's Day. And her son, Joe, is currently in his 3rd year of studying jazz guitar performance at Humber College. So they will perform something from One Fine Morning, and let's welcome them now to the virtual stage. Come on down, Denise. Hi, Sherry.
Hi, it's actually Kyle that's supposed to be on right now, not Denise.
Oh my goodness, excuse
Sorry, for Denise, I was like, not going to give her a heart attack. She's supposed to go in 10 minutes.
My apologies. That is our introduction for Denise, who's going to be closing the show.
Yes.
But
I will let
until
you
she
go.
That's right. But until she comes, I'm so pleased to tell you about Kyle Thompson now. So, Kyle is born in Mississauga, and Kyle Sean Thompson embraces fear on stage so that others in time may safely do the same. Kyle uses poetry, songs, and life to shine a light on the darkest nights. He's a musician, poet, brother, and son, and a York U graduate. Let's welcome Kyle to the virtual stage. Hi,
Hello.
Kyle. How are
Hi.
you?
It's so good to see you and everybody virtually, that is.
We are so happy to have you here. You have such a beautiful soul, and I love the deep, insightful things you say all the time and you share on social media. Thank you for keeping so positive during COVID.
Honestly, trying to find peace inside of chaos is the best type of healing we can create. So, and that just came up from my head. So, yeah, thanks.
Beautiful. Is that what's been motivating you, Kyle, through this time?
Well, yeah, like years before this, I went through my depression and knowing what it's like to be haunted by suicidal thoughts. So ever since then, I try to live as if it is my last day. So I try to make light in every room I walk in, but also know when to give rest. So
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for sharing. We can't wait to hear you perform. Take it away and have a great one.
okay, deal. Good evening, everybody, and please give a round of applause, virtual applause, to everyone who performed earlier. I've been watching since 7, and it's been a delight. But let us begin. I write poems, songs, and moments, solo, gamer poet, Kylie, Kitman, Kyle T Poetry, and this is Kylie. An original called Ellipses. There will always be something, a reason to doubt or give up, succumb to the pressure and grind your bones till there's nothing left. There is time. We forget. The dream is unreal if obsessively kept. We are all burnt alive, staring at what we haven't done. Wounds once for all will blacken beneath an unforgiving sun. The song is called Selling Out. It's about selling out. it away for free. Can you even blame him for what he lost? Just look what he gained. There's no shame in selling out. Rose and gold are all you need in this world. There's no shame in selling out. This isn't how, why can't you tell I'm happy now? Had a dream and the burden of believing that he had to leave. Bridges burned, forget what he thought he deserved. There's no shame in selling out. Girls and gold are all you need in this world. There's no shame in selling out. This isn't how, why can't you tell I'm happy? And I am happy, even if you cannot tell I'm happy now. Ooh, I am happy, even if you cannot tell I'm happy now. Oh. Had a name and he sold it away for fame. Can you even blame him for what he lost? Just look what he gained. That's that.
Yes, Kyle. That was so beautiful and soulful. Thank you so much for sharing your true artistry with us.
You're welcome. Thanks for allowing me to exist as I am in all the forms that I become.
I love it, Kyle. Please tell us, are you working on any new projects, any things that we should keep our eyes and ears out for?
Yes, for sure. You can find all my art on Kyle T Poetry on IG or YouTube. From there, I also stream video games on Twitch. And I'm also doing a little show with my partner Vanessa called Kindness. So there's a bunch of stuff. It's all there. It's on the screen. Look at this. Technology's sick.
Look at this. And you have an amazing partner. We love Vanessa. She's a very, very talented poet and singer-songwriter in her own right. So big shout outs to Vanessa. We hope she's doing very well. We hope to see her soon. Well, thank you so much, Kyle, for joining us today. And we hope to see you soon at the Arts Cafe.
Yes, I will return. Okay. Yeah.
See you later. Oh, that was awesome and so real and true. I love people that can just say such honest things in their artistry. It always is so inspiring. And I love that. I love the raw energy of Kyle's lyrics and poetry. You should definitely follow him on Instagram. He's definitely an inspiring emerging artist. And we are so pleased to close the show today with our final performance by our wonderful jazz singer, Miss Denise Leslie. And I know that I introduced her before, but I'm so pleased to do it again because she's just so fabulous. Denise has been singing for 17 years. And again, she's going to be performing her new single, Reminiscing, that she has just released. So let's bring her on to the virtual stage.
Hey.
Hello, Denise. Look, we're ready for you.
Yes, but I pulled a bit of a fast one on you.
Oh my gosh, not to worry.
We're gonna do a couple of standards, but I'm not going to do reminiscing. Reminiscing's, I don't know. Well, I've got two standards. I know you don't have too much time, so I won't blather on as to why we're not doing reminiscing, but I've got my son Joe here accompanying me, third-year Humber student, jazz performance, guitar. So he's going to accompany me on our two tunes. We're going to do You Make Me Feel So Young in salute to the Hazel 100th celebration birthday party that you were also a part of. Yay.
Yes.
That tune, as well as
Corcovado.
Corcovado. A nice Zubin tune.
This is really nice.
So we'll launch right into it.
Beautiful. Have a great one, Denise.
Terrific. Okay. Yeah. You make me feel so young. You make me feel like spring has sprung. And every time I see you grin, I'm such a happy individual. The moment that you speak, I'm gonna go and play hide and seek. I'm going to go and bounce the moon just like a toy balloon. You and I, we're just like a couple of tots running across the meadow. We're picking up lots of forget-me-nots. So you make me feel so young. You make me feel there are songs to be sung, bells to be rung, and a wonderful fling to be flung. And even when I'm old and gray, I'm gonna feel the way I do today. 'Cause you make me feel so young. You and I, well, we're just like a couple of tots running across the meadow, grabbing up all those forget-me-nots. So you make me young. You make me feel there are songs to be sung, bells to be rung, and a wonderful thing to be flung. And even when I'm old and gray, I'm gonna feel the way I do today. 'Cause you make me feel so, you make me feel so young. You make me feel so young. You make me feel so young. Joseph, my second born son. You didn't know I was going to say that, did you? Okay, so we'll launch right into a beautiful Carlos Antonio Jobim tune, which I've always loved, and Joseph really likes playing it. So here we go. It's called Corcovado.
I won't be singing it in Brazilian. It'll just be in English.
I think you mean Portuguese.
Portuguese? Yeah, I do in Portuguese.
I won't be playing it in
It
Portuguese.
is a Brazilian song, but yes, they speak Portuguese. In
I'm
Brazil, so-
actually playing it in Portuguese. You can't really tell.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I have to be on my toes for the Portuguese still.
Right.
Yeah.
Quiet nights of quiet stars, quiet chords from my guitar, floating on the silence that surrounds us. Quiet thoughts and quiet dreams, quiet walks by quiet streams, and a window that looks out on Corcovado. Oh, how lovely. This is where I wanna be, here with you, so close to me, until that final flicker of life's ember. I who was lost and lonely, believing life was only a bitter tragic joke, have found with you the meaning of existence. Oh, my I was lost and lonely, believing life was only a bitter tragic joke, have found with you the meaning of existence. Oh, my love, oh, my love, oh, my love. Oh, my love, oh, my love, oh, my
Nice. Thanks, honey.
Wow.
Oh, that was beautiful, Denise and Joe. Thank you so much. You guys rocked it.
That's my Joe.
Oh my gosh, amazing. You guys were a sensational closing to our evening, and we thank you so much for sharing your talent and your artistry with us. Do you guys jam often, just together at home?
Should more. Well, when we do, it's really good. He's pretty busy. Like he's got, I'll start bugging him about something and they'll be in the middle of a class. Of course, I'm still getting used to the online thing with my kids all being in front of their computers, like way more than usual. It's
great.
Do you like it? I don't know.
Oh, not really.
No. He would prefer to be at the school.
Yeah.
Well, Denise, I would love you to tell our audience your social media, any upcoming virtual gigs you'd like us to know about.
I don't really, but Joe and I are planning on doing a little bit of recording. We're going to put out a couple of videos in the very near future. I also have a little funny thing coming up because I got my grant from MAC, yoo-hoo, to help with reminiscing. And please, people, look at Reminiscing online if you haven't already. It's getting some decent exposure and lots of attention. But please, if you haven't seen it, go onto YouTube and just look it up. It's the old Little River Band tune that Bob McAlpine and I lovingly put together for you. I think you'll really like it. What was I going to say? Oh, so I have a little thing coming up with a local business person, Perceptions Eyewear, Wendy Buchanan. That was part of the whole structure of the grant to liaise with a local business person. So that's going to be my liaison, is Wendy. So she and I are going to put a little neat thing together, a consult on eyewear.
Fabulous. Denise, that is so great. And you are so inspiring. You have so much energy and passion. And whenever you sing, the joy for your craft always comes through so much.
Oh, thanks.
We were so pleased to have you here tonight. Thank you so
thanks.
much.
Hey, way to go getting Bill King on. Really, really loved seeing Bill King. Yes.
Wasn't that incredible?
Yeah.
And
really,
for any,
what a piano player. Holy cow.
and honestly, to our whole audience, please just Google Bill King. You won't even believe the things this man has done in his life and the artists he worked with. And to have him here tonight with our community was so special. It was
Very busy guy and just a happy guy. He just seems so content. You know? He just
Absolutely.
Seems so, I really enjoyed listening to him. It was great.
Oh, I'm
really
so
nice.
happy, Denise. Well, wishing you guys a great night.
Thank you very much. We'll go watch our Netflix.
Oh, sounds great. Well, have
All
a
right,
great
Denise
night.
wants
Thanks
to
for
sing
performing.
Look me up. Take it easy.
Oh, thanks so much, Denise. Thank you so much to all of our artists that performed tonight and shared their creativity, that were brave and performed on the digital stage. We truly appreciate seeing your artistry, seeing your talent, and hearing what is motivating you, sharing our talents to so much for the community. And by shining, we give permission to others to also shine. So thank you so much to all of the artists that have joined us tonight and all of the evenings before that we have done. I'd like to thank the Mississauga Arts Council for producing the Arts Cafe and giving this opportunity for artists to perform. Thank you to Sheila White, our wonderful sponsor for this evening's presentation, as well as a big shout out to Sherry Murray, our producer of the Arts Cafe. It's been a pleasure to work with her, and I do thank her for all of her great work and keeping us all on our toes. For our audience members watching, please take note, the Marty Award nominations are open, so please do nominate a deserving artist, and those nominations will be closing in mid-April or early April, so make sure you check that out. Thank you so much, everybody. Keep on practicing and keep creating. We'll see you soon.